want me to start with intros and stuff, or do you want me to wait for this?
All right, go for it.
BetMGM kitchen people, it's me again. How's everybody doing? BJ Bengals fans. You guys should be excited for one of the two things you're doing tonight. Talk. What are we doing this afternoon?
Look at that.
Is anybody here that's not going to the Green Day concert or the Bengals game? We're just hanging out on one of the two biggest things that we're happening on. But this is the Growler podcast. This is our live show that we do. If you don't know who we are, I'm Mark Chalifoux. I'm an actually touring stand-up comedian based right here in Cincinnati. And I'm going to introduce you to two of the best Bengals writers and reporters, actually the two best on the Bengals beat. And when I say the names, I want everybody to make a lot of noise like they're members of Green Day, right? So please make a lot of noise for Jay Morrison and Dehner Jr.
What's up, everybody? Oh, coming in hot. We're coming in very hot. That's right. Good to see everybody out here tonight. How we doing? Who's up? We have all Green Day fans here, right? So that's good. We have lots of good trivia for you. Jay might have some potentially diabolical trivia for you. It's very hard. Hopefully, we're not sounding terrible the entire time and ruining everybody's experience. We're going to make this as fun as we absolutely can. We've got a lot of giveaways, too. So people like free stuff. Mark, do you like free stuff?
I love free stuff, personally. Dude, how about here at Nation Kitchen? You guys like free stuff? Cool. Well, we brought a lot of free stuff to give away for this trivia game. Do you want me to get all of it?
Does anybody here like free Grater's ice cream? Is anybody interested in such things? We know about Grater's ice cream. Absolutely. We have lots of it, including the good stuff. The raspberry chocolate chip is in the house. We got it all in this bucket. We got chocolate chip cookie dough. We have tons of good Graters here for you. All you got to do is just say, hey, I like the Graters. Just raise your hand and Mark will come around and bring it to you once we get things rolling here.
So we also have a bunch of other stuff we're going to give away today. We've got two different trivia games we'll be playing throughout the game. The first is Jay's Diabolical Trivia. That's the hard stuff, right? And it's Green Day, it's football crossover. So after we do a little bit of football talk, we're going to start that. If you want to take a stab at one of those questions, I'll be walking around the mic. And our prizes today for that, we've got $25 gift cards to the Nation. And we also have a few $25 free bets for BetMGM. Great prizes there. And also, if you play that game, we'll be entered to win our grand prize. And our grand prize today for the Growler podcast, you guys are not going to believe something we have. We got a pedal wagon party experience. Who here doesn't like a pedal wagon? Everyone's super good. So you guys are getting a private wagon in Cincinnati, and that's exciting. Also, in our grand prize, we've got another Nation gift card. And we have a Bengals futures bet, which you're going to be able to choose. Do you want to bet on the game tonight? Do you want to bet on the Bengals to win the division or the Bengals to win the Super Bowl? We will need to go on record with that. And we've got this Jamar Chase collectible to give away. He's not wearing his helmet, so it's very lifelike.
We need him in a hat. I don't know if he's holding. He's not holding in. He's here. He will participate in our program tonight, which is a good start. We have a lot of football talk that we do want to get to here, though. But we maybe get it out of the way.
Should I mention the second trivia game?
Oh, that's right. I came up with an awesome one.
Yeah, Paul has his own trivia game where if you're going to play that, he's going to give you a name. You have to guess if that name is going to be over here at the concert on stage or over a big stadium on the field. So that's a fun one, too. And if you play that one, you get something from our prize table up here. And you guys want to mention what you brought to the prize table?
Absolutely. I have a very, very sought after K Adams, Up and Adams Graders one-of-a-kind shirt. Wow. I also have a 2023 Bengals media guide. If you're interested in a 2023 Bengals media, so many stats and pieces of information and potential food crumbs inside of that from me. Jay, you got one.
Yeah, I have the program from the last time the Patriots were here in Cincinnati. The Bengals broke Tom Brady's NFL record for consecutive games with a touchdown pass, and that is the game program from that game. Might be worth something, might not, but it's yours if you win.
We also have a comedy album up here, which in 2018, the Daily Dot called the best comedy album of the year. It is mine. But who doesn't love an antique CD for stand-up comedy? So that is another prize fact, too. And we also have some hats from our favorite realtor in all of Cincinnati, Eric Stanio, and you can get one of those, too. If you play Paul's name game later in our show.
Just say that you want to play. Where are they at tonight? Are they playing at Paycor or they're playing at Great American Ballpark? And we'll see if you can tell us which place they're playing, and you can potentially win any number of these awesome prizes. Shout out to everybody working the bar and serve tonight. We got $3 Cincy Lights, $6 Queen City Nacho trays up there. Make sure you get those. Those deals are rolling while we are rolling. So make sure you check that out. We've got Nation gift cards and $25 in bonus bets that you guys can get from BetMGM too, just by participating in literally anything that we are doing. So if you have questions for us too as we go by, just give Mark a little wave, let him know you want to ask us a question, and he'll come over and you can ask us anything about really anything. We kind of specialize in the Bengals, but Jay knows probably more about Cincinnati concerts than anybody in the entire city.
It was almost 7 years ago to the day that Green Day played in Cincinnati last time. It was at Riverbend, and it was August 20th. This is August 22nd. I was at that show. It was fantastic. So I'm guessing everybody here has already seen them before, but if you haven't, you are in for a treat tonight.
All right, let's so you're loaded up, Mark. Mark's loaded up with some graders.
This is an important thing for everybody here to know. Even if you're new to the podcast, all of our ground pals, we have high respect for all of our listeners. And on a regular basis, we select a graders worthy person from our podcast universe, give out free ice cream to them. Everybody that comes to our live show, I think it's graders worthy.
Absolutely.
So if you want free graders, just throw a hand in the air and I'll come around.
All right, if you want free graders, throw your hand in there. Mark will take care of you, and we're going to talk a little football, a little Bengals. We have Bengals and Colts tonight at 8 o'clock over here at Paycor Stadium. That game is on Amazon. Jay, let's just start here. What are you watching? What are you interested in tonight?
Well, Zach Taylor said the starters are not going to play, and then he said maybe one or two. So that's where my mind goes. Which starters do they play? I think Dax Hill could be one. It seems like he's won that job, but maybe it's one final test. The Colts are going to play their starters, so I could see Dax Hill playing. I wonder if Zach Moss plays. In the first game against Tampa Bay, when they played their starters, Zach Moss was sick and did not play, so maybe he gets a series just to shake off the rust. But that's what I'm anxious to see. The guys that we know that are going to make the 53 that still play tonight.
You know, we've kind of got this, and you know what Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins fans love? Fifth linebacker conversation.
That's right.
Love that. But I do think that battle is still kind of hanging out there. We've got, you've got the kid from Wisconsin. You've got Muma Jongmeta. You've got Shaka Hayward. Is Devin Harper going to make that? These are the types of guys that are going to be playing and the types of jobs that are up for grabs tonight just because it's so deep into the back of the roster that's where that can happen. Or maybe an injury to somebody who was going to sneak onto this roster but was just getting some snaps tonight changes things, opens things up. They go to evaluating an IR start for somebody, and that lets somebody else on. That's going to be part of this. I think offensive line, backup offensive line, is Matt Lee and Jackson Kirkland, who I feel like are on this team. Are they going to play, or are they going to just say, hey, you guys sit? Trey Hill and Jackson Carman are going to go have a swan song to Paycor Stadium where they couldn't quite get it done here for the last 4 years now.
This reminds me of college. This is their final exam. They've been working all along. For me, it was don't do anything all quarter and then pull the all-nighter the night before. But this is it for them. This is the last chance to make a statement and say they belong on the 53. I think most of the 53 is already set, but we see it every year. Somebody flashes in this final game and they work their way onto the final roster. It could happen tonight.
When we start talking about what's in flux here, I went through my last 53 and I'm going to post it tomorrow morning after tonight's game. And there just wasn't much. Like I didn't feel confused about a lot. I didn't feel like they hadn't shown their hands in most of these cases in terms of who had been playing the best and where this thing's going to end up. And so for that fact, I mean, I wonder how much it's just literally everyone that is not slated to make their teams who plays tonight. Like that's 53 guys are going to be inactive. It feels like you could almost go that way.
Yeah. And I guess you need maybe one or two of them have to be. You need to have backups. You have to have a plan where if somebody gets hurt, something happens, you got to have at least a backup at every position. But I'm with you. I think this is about as cut and dry as it's been. Maybe the injury to Myles Murphy, now that they're saying 4 to 6 weeks on that, he's probably starting the year on IR. That creates an opening for somebody else. But I don't know off the top of my head who that would be. Maybe it's an extra offensive lineman that they keep just because now they have the luxury of doing that.
Yeah. Let's go quickly. The real matchup between the Bengals and the Colts happened on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now, Colts fans, if there are any Colts fans, which I'm going to – man, we're struggling to find a Bengals fan, so I don't know how many Colts fans are here tonight, but they're really the ones that'll be watching closely. The Colts are actually playing their starters tonight. They're going to play their starters for a couple of quarters, sounds like. You're going to get a long look at them, but the Bengals starters, we saw them in the joint practice on Tuesday, and that was really it was kind of a grand finale of camp and a grand finale for those guys until they play the Patriots on September 8th over there at Paycor Stadium. What did you take away from that joint practice where you felt like we learned something? Because there was a lot that went down that day.
Yeah, my takeaway was the defense is ready. They look fantastic. And, yes, the Colts don't have a great offense, and Anthony Richardson has played 4 games in this league, but they were all over him. And he was struggling to complete passes. He was struggling even to find guys to throw to. He was tucking the ball and running and leaning on that. The Bengals were chirping at him. The Bengals defense, the second team looked great against the Bears starters in the game on Saturday. They looked great against the Colts starters on the first team did on Tuesday. And they're going to get a shot to look great against the Colts starters again tonight.
We tried this in the last podcast we did before the Bucs game a couple of weeks ago, and former Bengals cornerback Draker Patrick was our guest here. And somebody asked him, hey, Dre, if you could take one player from this team and put him on your old teams, who would it be? Like, this is the literal easiest question we've ever heard asked to us before. The answer was Joe Burrow. And as soon as you said the name Joe Burrow, people just started cheering. Like, it's just reactionary. It's like Pavlov's dogs. And I feel like this is the ultimate test of this audience. If I say, does anybody like Joe Burrow? See, that just shows we have the true
Billy Joe Burrow Armstrong. How about that?
Billy Joe? Does Billy Joe work for anybody in here? See, you got that. It's just it. It's not working. All the normal things are not working. But I thought Joe Burrow was still the story of the joint practice.
Yeah, for sure.
And we just saw him kind of. I'm not going to go out here and say put on a show, but he looked great. I thought he looked great, and he made every throw that you'd want to see him make. And he did. And if you look at him over the course of the entire camp and preseason, made every throw that you'd want to see him make to feel totally comfortable with where he's at. And we spent a lot of time talking about his glove and the rain and all this other stuff. If the glove doesn't fit, Joe Burrow must sit. I love that line, and I'm hoping that can become a thing. But really, I thought that was the story, was that it was one last time you saw him make every throw you want to see him make once the season starts.
One last time and one first time. We haven't seen this in since 2020 or 2021, the last time that he had a full training camp where he wasn't hurt. So I think that's going to go a long way. And last year he missed most of camp with the calf. The year before the appendectomy, this is going to be a great chance for them to hit the ground running and not start 0-2 like they did the last 2 years.
And they're better set up to do that strictly for that fact. Joe Burrow play. I mean, we've never seen this. We don't know what a normal Joe Burrow camp looks like because we've never actually seen it before. This is the first time we've seen him go through an entire camp where he took part in essentially almost every practice. And what does that mean for him in terms of feeling ready to go and feeling like he's going to start and not look like Joe Burrow from the Steelers game in 2022 where he had 5 turnovers and he stared into space in the locker room like he was thinking about who he wanted to murder after the game? Like, you get him into maybe a little bit closer to a midseason Burrow that has been, and a lot of times close to unbeatable when he's been the guy on this team. Mark, how has the graders distribution gone? Have we given them out?
Yeah, I think everybody here wanted ice cream got it, right?
Yeah. All right.
If you did get the free ice cream, make a lot of noise right now about how happy you are.
See, there we
A
go.
lot of happy Growl pals out there.
Love that.
I'm a little surprised at the choice. Chocolate chip cookie dough went a lot heavier than I expected.
Wow.
And people were kind of thumbing their nose with the black raspberry chocolate chip. But, I'm not here to judge, even if that is the wrong choice.
Yeah. And make sure you're getting your $3 Cincy Lights. And they got the $6 Queen City Nacho tray up there, too, on a sale right now for you. Get those hooked up. Should we do a little game time? You think?
I think we should.
I think we can do where they playing. I think if we do where they're playing tonight, that we can find somebody that has theirs. Or if you just have a question for us that you want to ask, you can. But if you want us, I can give you a name. And then you can tell me if they are playing at Great American Ballpark tonight or at Paycor Stadium. If you think you know all the members of all the bands that are playing at Great American Ballpark tonight, test us. There are free giveaways for you, all kinds of good stuff. $25 gift card if you want to go use it right up at the bar right now. To Nation, $25 in bonus bets. You can get in the grand raffle. We've got all of that. If you guys want to play, flag Mark down, and we can get a little game time going here.
All right, who's going to be the first person to step up and play? Where are they playing tonight? Maybe a Growl pal that really feels confident in their music abilities.
Is anybody confident in their music abilities? Well, we'll start easy. I'll ease them in.
So yeah, if you go too hard right out of the gate, it's going to be awkward. What's your name? All right, Brandon, are you ready? We're doing. Where are they playing, right, Paul?
Yeah, we're gonna play. Where are they playing tonight? Your name is. Let's see. Are you a Bengals fan? All right. Let's say Justin Blazik. Where are they playing tonight? That's correct. We have a first winner, Justin Blazik. I thought Justin. Yeah, let's go. I got to tell you, I thought Justin Blazik sounded like the most rock name on the Bengals back end of the roster.
You put a Z and a K in there. I think Zach Wild.
Yeah, that's a really good one. You need a Z and a K, and you're good to go. All right, we can keep going. Or if somebody wants a piece of Jay's diabolical trivia, they of course can go for that. And we've got our winning table over here. Get all those good items, and plus make sure you get your name in for the grand prize of all of that stuff that we mentioned, including all these giveaways, the Bengals bet, and everything else. All right, who else wants a piece of this game? Anybody want a piece? I've got plenty more names for us. We can keep this rolling, or you just ask a question to us. Raise your hand if you have a question for us, and we will go ahead and answer that. Until then, we can talk more about where the Bengals are at.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got the Miles Murphy injury here. And so you're talking 4 to 6 weeks. You're looking at what? Arrowhead. You're looking at somewhere in that, maybe Carolina, that week 2 to 4. You're probably going to see Murphy back. Here's the thing, though, about that. For the first time, Lou Anarumo has talked very nicely about Joseph Ossai. He has not really had a locker, more of a doghouse since joining this team, it's felt like, in Lou Anarumo's eyes for a while. And yet, for this offseason, they love that he was here. He was working out here. He wasn't rehabbing. He was staying in shape. He was staying focused. He's a contract year guy. Boy, big opportunity for Joseph Ossai to show up and establish himself and maybe get himself instantly into that rotation.
And really, when they were in camp and when Sam was out, but Trey Hendrickson was playing, a lot of times it was Joseph Osai taking those first-team reps along with Trey and not Miles Murphy. So, yeah, I don't know how close that battle was between the two of them, or if they were just trying to get him reps, but he looks ready. He looks the part, and it's not just rushing the passer. He's setting the edge really well, defending the run really well. I'm with you. I think he's in for a really big year. It's not just not being in Lou's doghouse. It's being completely healthy. He's a guy like Joe Burrow where he's been rehabbing injuries every single offseason, and now that is not the case. He's been here this entire time, went through all of OTAs. He looks great. It's a contract year. Like Marvin Lewis said, give me 53 guys on a contract year. It's always a big year for those guys. He's got a lot to prove, and I'm expecting to see a lot from him. Maybe tonight. Maybe he's on the 53, but he could be a guy.
They can't play him tonight. You can't play him tonight.
Yeah, not with Miles out.
Not with Miles out and Hubbard and Hendricks. Hubbard's coming back from something. Joseph Osai should be in the Jamar Chase outfit tonight. Hat, T-shirt, shorts. Mark, looks like you have somebody way over here on the other side of the bar.
Yeah, I'm all the way over here by the garage door, and I found the Brown Pal that wants to
Love
play
it.
the game. We got Johnny over here. He's ready for a name.
All right, they're ready. The name for you is Jimmy Chamberlain. Jimmy Chamberlain, where is he playing tonight?
Where's Jimmy Chamberlain playing? You got 60 seconds here to think it over. You can ask the audience if you want.
Ask the audience. I feel like you should have to snap this off quickly. What kind of place is this? I'm just going to give stuff. That's correct. Great American Ballpark. That is the drummer for the Smashing Pumpkins, Jimmy Chamberlain. Let's hear it for him. Yeah. No support. We got to support each other in this world, people. People are putting themselves out there to go win free stuff. Got to make sure we're staying supportive. Come on down here and pick something up off that. If anybody else wants to play, don't forget, Jay's Diabolical Trivia is out there too. If you really think you can get it right, he's got
prizes are even bigger for Jay's.
way.
It's not a coward out there.
How about that? I'm willing to just give out big prizes right now. Let's just give the $25 gift card donation right to the bar right now for going. The swagger to come up early for our guy right here. Yeah, got it right. You put yourself out there, $25 at the bar. You get it right now. Boom. There you go.
Shirt alone is worth it.
The shirt, yeah.
The iconic photo of Muhammad Ali.
That's true. Incredible shirt. Love that.
Brown Pals have a great fashion choice.
They sure do.
One thing that is known about football fans, and podcast fans in particular, are good about their fashion.
There's no question. All right. Anybody else who wants to play the game, let us know. Otherwise, we can continue to break down the Bengals here. I got one for you. Let's bring in our Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins fans, or maybe you're a Linda's people. But I have this for you. Let's do a lyric from either Green Day or Smashing Pumpkins that kind of summarizes your feeling about the Bengals 2024 season, where you're at with them right now. What do you got?
So it's a lyric and a song title, but the title is in the lyrics. I'm gonna go with "Wake Me Up When September Ends" because that's when the season starts for the Bengals. We know what these first 4 weeks are going to. Even if Jamar Chase somehow sits out games, even if there's more injuries, 3-1 feels like the floor. You're playing the Patriots, you're playing the Commanders, you're playing the Panthers. Yeah, the trip to Kansas City is going to be tough, but it'd be surprising to see this team anything worse than 3-1. So you get through September 3-1, then the Baltimore Ravens come to town, then it gets real. So that's going to be my lyric is "Wake me up when September ends." And if I can pander a little bit,
Do it.
a lyric for after the season in February in New Orleans when the confetti is falling. I hope you had the time of your life.
Oh, wow. Is that a Super Bowl prediction?
No, I hope
Don't
the
do it,
Bengals
Jay.
fans that are here had the time of their life.
Yeah, there you go. I don't recommend making Super Bowl predictions at any of these. We will be back here for when I made that mistake last year. It was last year in the season preview and that we did, and we're doing it again here. That's on the Thursday night as the season kicks off. It'll be Chiefs and Ravens this year. Last year it was Chiefs and Lions, and I predicted the Super Bowl that day, and I regretted it every day after that. People were holding me to it. I was responsible for the failures. I'd never done it before. I don't recommend anybody doing it. We're going to be doing that again. We're going to have all the Bengals media and stuff. We're going to be previewing the season, going with, everybody's going to be down here. It's one of my favorite nights of the year.
Yeah.
We'll hang out and drink, and we'll be watching Chiefs Ravens afterwards down here at Nation Kitchen, BetMGM. We'll have all our giveaways and stuff too. So we hope to get all of you Bengals fans over here when we do that. My lyric is today is the greatest day I've ever known. Because for two reasons. The preseason, it's ending.
Yes.
Preseason sucks.
Great.
It's just awful. Only bad things happen. We overemphasize tiny storylines. Everything is kind of annoying. And the real stuff that matters starts in September. And so I say that. And when you're at this point in the season and Joe Burrow's healthy, every day is the greatest day you've ever known. You always have a chance. And there are only so many teams that can say that. And as somebody that covered this team through a number of years where you could not say that, it's a whole different feeling every September when you sit here and look at the season and say, hey, there's a real chance this team could win the Super Bowl. Suddenly the NFL is a lot more fun than it previously was. I love Andy Dalton. That's not disrespect to Andy Dalton.
Great man.
Great man, great guy. I would love for Andy Dalton to get involved in the Bengals organization.
Yeah.
That said, you didn't really have a chance all the time to win the Super Bowl when you had Andy Dalton, and you always do when you have Joe Burrow. Mark, I see the hand up. We've got some more people that are potentially willing to play. What do you got?
I've got a terrific guy for here. Tony is going to do the name game. He wants his name about where they're playing or where they're going to be tonight.
Okay. Where are they playing tonight? Your name is Cole Burgess. Cole Burgess. Paycor Stadium is the answer. That is correct. Cole Burgess, the pride. Let's hear it for him. The pride of SUNY Cortland, Cole Burgess, my guy. Could be his last time playing at Paycor Stadium, but he's had a fun camp. He's been a fun story. Basically played on tiny teams his entire life, got here, and he held his own at times. My guy held his own. But I think this is his chance to tell his kids and his grandkids that he played in the NFL and played a ton of snaps. He got a lot of run in the Chicago game.
He did. He'll be in the 2025 Bengals media guide forever, whether he makes this team or not.
Just for participating.
Right. Just for being here in camp, wearing the uniform.
That's all you got to do is wear the uniform. So we've got plenty more. If you want to continue to try to win more stuff, I've got a lot more names. Jay has more diabolical trivia for you. Or
just throw a hand in the air if you do want to play.
If you want to play, and don't forget we have free graders. So just continue to ask for your free graders, and we'll continue to bring that around. Or you can just walk on up here and come grab one out of the bin. It's on the dry ice. It's delicious. Make sure you go and get your beer, your $3.60 lights. All right, Jay. Let's talk a little bit about this defense. Where do you – I asked Mo this the other day. We did our full defensive special on Balls Don't Lie. Where do you think they end up ranking this year in points per drive? Last year, the previous 2 years, they were in the top 10. They were 9 and 8. Last year, they were 25th. Will it be an aberration? Can they make their way back to it? How far in the hole are they? I'm curious your answer because Mo and I ended up both in a similar spot.
So I think they will be much higher in that category if you just use quarters 1 through 3. If this offense performs the way everybody expects it to, I could see them having some fourth quarter leads and kind of relying on that prevent defense of some sort. And I think teams are going to score on the Bengals in the fourth quarter, not to come back and win, but just the by the way drive at the end of the game. I think the Bengals are going to, they're favored in just about every game this year. I think they're going to lead in the fourth quarter in most of these games. So I will say overall points per drive, they are top 12.
Top 12. So what's your number? That's very general. Top 12 is nice.
All right, I'll go 12. Exactly 12.
All right, that's basically what we had. 12, 13, and 14 are now covered. Look at us. That means they're bound to finish 31st or first, one or the other. It does feel that. Yeah. They're not. I don't think they're all the way there. I think they still have probably too many holes to say that they can get back to that 8th and 9th spot they were in 21 and 22. But I do feel like they have done enough to cut down the explosives and not be in that bottom quarter again, which was such a big part of last year. All right. Do we have anybody else that wants to play? We have so much stuff to give away, and our time is running short. I've got a $25 gift card for the bar. I've got free BetMGM bets. We've got all kinds of stuff down here. If you want to just come and grab whatever you need. We've got the $20 bet on the Bengals to potentially win the Super Bowl. All you got to do is just basically raise your hand. I mean, we're just going to give it to you at this point.
Yeah, so I've got a $25 bonus. Can I see a hand?
All right, here we go. A hand is up. A hand is up. We didn't make him play. He's got
Mine is not that diabolical. It's also Googleable.
Google. I think no Google. Let's do Jay's. Let's give Jay one. You worked hard on these. I think it can be done, especially if you're a Green Day or a Smashing Pumpkins fan. I think you could do this. I think it's possible.
And I will.
And he is ready for Jay's question.
All right.
And I will say that two of the possible answers to this, these players' names have already been mentioned earlier in this show. So the question is, any song by Green Day or Smashing Pumpkins that has a number in the title, name the Bengal that wears that number. And we're not, one is very generic. That's in a lot of, you can't say Jamar Chase. But any other Green Day or Smashing Pumpkins song that has a number in the title, name the Bengals player that wears that number.
I think if you name the Bengals player, it's extra credit. We'll give you a second one of these bets or some sort of giveaway. Just naming a song with a number in it, I think gets you what Mark is holding. What do we got? What do we think? Any song with a number by Green Day. What did you say? Did you say Green Day? Did you say
Green Day or Smashing Pumpkins?
Green Day or Smashing?
Well, I don't have that because I only have the numbers that Bengal players wear.
There is no Bengal with 0. We are just counting Houday. I'm not counting a mascot. I love mascots. I'm here for mascots, but I'm not counting mascots' jersey numbers at this point.
All right, well, Nick, he gave us a shot. We're going to try and tag in the tag team partner.
We got a hand up here. We have a tag team coming in. Multiple waivers over here.
Yeah, there you go.
21,
Mike Hilton. 21 guns.
21 guns, Mike Hilton. There it is. There we go. We got a winner. That's going to be a second one. Come down and grab a second prize if you want down off of our table down here for doing that too. Love it. All right. See, that wasn't that hard.
That wasn't that hard.
Does anybody else know one? We had a second waiver. Does anybody else? We got multiple hands down here. If anybody else knows one, chime in and we'll get you some. Mark, we've got a couple people over here that say they know one. Hands are up. Second prize. Get you a couple prizes. Hands up if you got another one. Right here. Can anybody else name it? What do we got? Another song name. He's doing another song name. You've got one.
Oh, he was answering the same question.
That's okay. We're going to allow it.
Oh, we are?
Yes, we're going to allow it. We're allowing everything. We're just giving. You want to give everything away. 1979, that's right.
That is a number.
For extra credit, can you name some players with 19 or 79?
Either one.
19 or 79. No.
Oh,
wow.
Former player.
We did not specify.
Yeah, we did not.
And that's a hell of a pull on tape, yes. By the way. Much respect. Yeah, he gets the prize.
Yeah,
that's a winner. 19 currently is Kendrick Pryor. Let's hear it for him for doing that. 79 potentially in his swan song tonight, Jackson Carmen.
I don't think there's potentially about it.
Not a lot of people interested in pulling that name out right now. We've got another. We want another question. Do you want another? We do another question. Do you want to play the name game?
She's gonna try.
All right.
She's a competitor.
I love it. Competitor. We've got a gamer on our hands. Wants to play the name game. All right.
So,
the name.
Can you briefly describe the name again? Because I think they got here.
All you have to do is answer. When I give you a name, you tell me where are they playing tonight. At Great American Ballpark as a member of one of the 4 bands over there, or at Paycor Stadium as a member of the Bengals. Your name is Cam Grandy. Cam Grandy. That is easy. That's the last tight end on the roster. That's a real gamer, Lisa. I knew you'd probably pull out. That's a tight end out of Illinois State if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. We got more
Swan
giveaways
song
for
as well.
you. Absolutely. All right, we are gonna. Do we have any names on our grand prize giveaway? We're gonna do that once we wrap up here. We're about to get one more name on there. If you want to be part of the grand prize giveaway, which is all that stuff we mentioned earlier, plus probably clearing this table out pretty good, go ahead and play with us real quick, or we'll just do that thing here in a couple of minutes. If you want to play, let us know. Are there any? I see a hand up. I see a hand up over there across. There's one.
Okay.
Jay, did you catch any lines on tonight on Colts Bengals?
I did not. I'm wondering.
Here we go. We've got a bunch of lines up here right now.
Can you bet on Little League World Series? Do they take
Yes, you
lines
can.
that you can?
I placed a sizable wager on that children's game.
I don't
They
recommend.
seem very influential.
I don't recommend betting on Little League World Series games.
No.
I think it's not even a slippery slope. You're in the hole.
Yeah,
Like you're too deep.
and then you get mad at kids.
Don't get mad at kids. Do you remember when they had the kids behind the buckets at the NBA All-Star game and their charities were going to win? It was either East or West, depending on who won. And you literally had to say, wait, all of these kids that are cheering their faces off, someone's going to lose, and it's going to be these players' fault.
I got to get them ready for real
I
life.
feel like you're in a similar place with the Little League World Series here. We don't want that. Mark, do we have somebody who wants to play the game?
Yes, over here. She's ready. She's a competitor as well. So
Okay.
give her what you got.
Where are they playing tonight? Your name is Bella Salazar. Bella Salazar. Where are they playing tonight? Bella Salazar. They are playing at Great American. That is the 19-year-old guitarist of the Lindas, Bella Salazar. We all knew that.
Clap it up for Irene.
Let's hear it for Irene. All right, for playing. See, got to know your Lindas. They might be starting pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, what
won't
time
be
the
long.
gates open at 5, right?
Yeah, so it won't be long. I see people are filing in. The party is happening. Hope everybody has gotten their $3 Cincy Lights. Hurry up and sneak those in now because we are about to wrap up. And I think we should do the grand prize drawing here tonight. We can. How many names do we have in for our grand prize that got it right? We've got five different names.
If there's anybody that showed up late that still wants Raiders, throw those hands in the air for Raiders.
Free Graders ice cream for anybody
Or
that
you can
wants
have
it.
seconds.
And we are going to pick a name out of this list to win the grand prize for tonight. Can you number generator me?
How many
Jay,
numbers?
1 through 5. We have 5 names on the list that got the question right that will be able to win tonight's grand prize. We've got the free pedal wagon experience. We have a $25 gift card to Nation Kitchen and Bar right here. We have the Jamar Chase figurine, not in a hat, comes with a helmet.
Let me see those Raiders hands again.
And then we have the $20 bet on the Bengals to potentially win the Super Bowl if that's what you want to bet on. That is on the line tonight, right now. Do you have the number generator ready?
The random number is 5.
Irene is our grand prize winner tonight. Let's hear it for Irene. See, aren't you happy you played? Free pedal wagon experience, $20 bet on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, a Jamar Chase figurine if you're interested, and $25 for your bar tab right now. So all of this is here for you. Irene, appreciate you for coming out tonight, and all of you for coming out. We will be back. Our next live show is going to be on Thursday, September 5th. It'll be 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be me, Jay, Kelsey Conway, James Rapine, Charlie Goldsmith, you name it. Anybody that covers the Bengals will all be down here talking about the season preview, giving stuff away, and then we'll all hang out and drink once the Chiefs and Ravens start playing here that night. It is going to be a ton of fun. We hope to see you there. Mark.
One last thing before we wrap up. These shows have been so much fun. Please come out to the next one. But before we do, how about a big round of applause for everybody that works here at Nation Kitchen?
Yeah.
Give it up for them, all your servers and bartenders. Make sure you sit tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the show.
Congrats. I'm glad you played, right?